Hi, welcome back. I'm Kathy.
I'm Robin.
And we're finally doing the Ninja Foodi. Yay! This one took a while.
Yes.
So let's start with what all this comes with. You can see how large this box is. This box is pretty big.
Huge. I'm Vanna White.
So here it is. Oh, not quite as big, but it's pretty big and it's heavy. What did I say it was? It's 17 inches wide, about 14 inches tall.
It's a big one.
So
it's heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy. So you do have to have some room for this, I guess. So what's special about the Ninja Foodi is it is a pressure cooker and an air fryer.
Right.
Which is very cool.
Yes.
And also it bakes, it slow cooks.
So it does, yeah, it
numerous
does.
Things.
Right.
So the difference is, so how you get the pressure, you have a separate lid. So you have the air fryer lid, which stays attached, and then you can add the
It's the pressure cooker.
pressure cooker lid.
So its claim is it's a pressure cooker, an air fryer crisper, and a tender crisper.
Right. So they're saying so you can go from one to the other.
From pressure cook to crisp in one thing.
Which I have done it.
I did too.
Comes with this little rack.
Mm-hmm.
And then and also this is like the crisper basket.
Mm-hmm.
Cook and crisp basket. Yes.
Yes. Cooking pot.
The cooking pot. Mm-hmm. Whatever you do, make sure this is in before you add anything. With the Instapot, I've heard several stories where people have ruined their Instapot from not having this in, and then they add the ingredients. Yeah, this can go either way.
Yeah.
This way or
Quite
this
cool.
way.
It's reversible. Use to steam or reverse to broil.
Yes.
All right.
So before we make something in here, I have made some stuff. I had to do it when people were home, so I'd have some people to eat the food.
Right.
I kind of did it in a couple different videos, so I could share it with family, or we would have a bunch of wasted food. This video is more about the Ninja itself and not the recipe. So
Right.
more about how it cooks.
How it cooks.
And not
Yeah.
so that's a recipe. We
Absolutely.
did have somebody, John, not your John, no, the John, mentioned maybe we could do like once a month a Ninja Foodi Friday or something. If we come up with fine things that
we love
and we want to share.
Yeah.
If anyone's interested in that, but we'll see. So first thing I started was with the bake feature, which was a French toast casserole recipe I found. Canned cinnamon rolls in the main pot, and then I added, the egg mixture.
Was this just a recipe you found online?
Yeah. So I used the bake feature, and it was supposed to 350 for. It was 20 minutes. All right. So after 20 minutes, it was very brown. It was not done. So I wasn't happy with that. I did try foil, but putting foil over top, but all that did was it sucked up in the fan. So then I finally got it cooked, but I took the top off, and the rest of it tasted fine, but it took forever to cook. So that would be a recipe that I would have to play around with.
Right.
To try to, because I did exactly what she said in the recipe. That would be one I would have to play around with because it just got way too dark and undercooked.
Right.
So.
And maybe I can interject here on my experience. I don't know, we have photos, but I followed a recipe to the T for a pot roast dinner, and I had to throw it out the entire meal. The roast was way overcooked and was like tough as a boot. Could not even chew it. The potatoes were mushy, just like bleh. And so it was. So that was something. I mean, like I said, you just kind of follow a recipe that has great reviews, but every cooker's different, or you have a way you prefer. So it would take. I didn't want to. I haven't done it again. You hate to throw away that much food and money, but I think it could be perfected.
Right.
in time and learning the times, learning
Right.
your machine and that.
But you all also baked a cookie in here, correct?
We did.
And it wasn't cooked either.
It was not. It was undercooked. So my roast was overcooked because you pressure cook it and then crisp.
Right.
Because that was one of those meals. But or maybe it was just pressure. But the cookie was using the bake feature, and yeah, it was like that. It was very cooked on the outside, but the inside was not.
So you would have to work with that. So the next thing I want to try was wings. And I did fresh wings, so I just went straight to the crisper.
So not frozen.
Not frozen.
Okay.
So this batch was not frozen. I just tossed them in a little olive oil, just some salt and pepper.
Okay.
And I pressure cooked them. I crisped them for, so I set it to the crisp. 375, I say 25 minutes.
And this is just using the air fryer?
Just the air fryer. So,
Oh.
they're nice and crisp. Sizzle.
Yeah, they sound good.
Yeah. So I was happy with these. And we have, then I just had some sauce that I had. If you don't know, you can buy the Buffalo Wild Wing sauce at Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
You can get the Parmesan garlic, the Asian zing, and the barbecue one.
Yeah, and Hooters, their sauces have been out for some time, and I think they're in all major food chain, chain stores, Kroger, Publix, Walmart, any of those places. You can get Hooters.
So these, we had a couple of guests try these. So the first one was a mysterious guest.
Which flavor are these?
That is the Asian zing barbecue, and that's the garlic, Parmesan garlic.
All right, and we're sampling the wing, not the sauce, right?
Correct. Your little crispiness.
Yep. Crispy. Yeah, those are good. They come off the bone real easy. And very tasty.
Okay, and then, so he gave those a thumbs up. So then I made another little batch, and we had another guest. All right, made some more wings, have another guest, and there he is.
What's up? Just stopped by real quick, headed home from the store. Kathy said she made wings. I guess she used the Ninja, so
I did use the Ninja.
we're about to find out.
All right,
So what do I do?
just take a bite. They're hot.
Okay, what's the flavor?
They're all honey barbecue.
Okay, cool. Wow. They're good. Ooh, hot.
Think they're crispy enough? You can see the steam.
I mean, they're more.
I think the other ones are a little crispier.
Okay, yeah, they're delicious. Not as crispy as deep frying,
Yeah.
or that you would get, at a restaurant, I guess. But good.
Are they juicy?
Juicy, not dry at all. I need a napkin. I'd like some more flavor on them, but that's easily. Oh, I know. That's easily solved. You just add more flavor, more sauce. All right. What else? What other questions you got? So these are more crispy. The wings.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, wow. You can hear it. You hear it. Listen. Wow. Let's see.
Dry.
Oh, they are more crispy.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Maybe thinner, not as much meat.
Yeah. Then I was worried that they would be dry.
Gotcha. No,
But I think they're good.
I don't think they're dry. I mean, obviously I'm chowing down on them, so. You're just gonna film me eating, huh?
I am.
The whole time.
You gotta have your two fans want to see you.
Two.
And he's got you beat. Your daughter has
You
you
better
beat
add
on
a couple
fans.
couple zeros to that, okay? Couple zeros to that.
All right.
Probably healthier than frying them, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Not as good as when they're fried, but still delicious. So maybe for a healthier kind of sort of alternative, I guess, if you will,
All right.
use this.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for your 2 cents.
Yep. Fans, peace out. Hope to hear from you soon.
Really, he's gonna say peace out. Peace out.
Okay, so they both liked them. They were crispy. My daughter ate them. She loved them. She thought they were great.
I don't know where I was that day that I didn't get to try those. I remember him coming, but I could not. I don't know what I was doing.
So I thought I would try, I wanted to use both lids. So I bought frozen wings and I got about 15 in the basket, but first I pressure cooked them and then I crisped them.
Okay, so the fresh ones are raw going in, yet
Right.
you just cook them under the crisper and they cook.
Like 25 minutes.
So then the frozen, you pressure cook first to bring them to a cooked and then crisp them.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Just so we're on the same
Here's what.
page.
So it was just a cup of water and then I put the basket, the wings.
Okay.
I think I got about 15 wings in.
And that took how long?
This was
Like-
about 20 minutes, but I used the wrong lid. And look, it'll show you.
Oh, yes. you
So I
did.
hit pressure and so it was wrong. So then I attached the right lid. So I believe I cooked these for on high for 10 minutes.
Was that something you found online? How long to do it? Yeah.
But it took about 5 minutes to come up to steam. So this,
Sure, right. The
Then you
time,
would-
actual time.
right. But then you have to, this is a manual, so you just do it yourself instead of waiting.
Yeah.
So they're nice white
Yeah.
wings.
Ooh.
Steam.
Ooh.
Fogging up the camera. So I took them out
One by one.
one by one.
One by one.
And then,
Like to enjoy that
yes.
removal of the chicken wings.
All right, so there they are, looking pretty sad.
Yeah.
So I added, so I took out the basket because I wanted to get the liquid. So then I just dumped that out and put it back in. And it is hot, so. So then with the wings, you could use spray if you wanted, but I thought to get them a little crispier, I just used a little olive oil on them. But I did notice after I baked them, all the oil seemed to be at the bottom. Because I think it was like just like a tablespoon or two, and I measured it and it was all still there. So it's not like it was adding.
It's not cooking into the chicken.
Right. So I'm gonna put them all
One
back
by
in.
one.
One back in. Gotta get a nice. They were tender. They're gonna fall apart. All right, so they're back in there. So now we're gonna use the crisper lid. And it doesn't matter that they weren't, flat.
Right.
I did move them around like every 5 minutes.
Oh, did you?
I did move them.
And so how long did the crisping part take?
The crispy, I believe it was 20.
It's the same as when you did
Yeah.
them for fresh.
So I did it at 400. Actually, this was a little higher. So 400 for it's about 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I think I did these a few times. I think I added another, because I think the total time was like 45 minutes.
Okay. They look good, and I will interject here just to give my 2 cents.
Okay.
So, John watches QVC and HSN a lot, and I end up by default just kind of getting sucked in and watching it. And of course, they're constantly selling Instapots or pressure cookers and air fryers and all the above, the combos. I don't think I've ever seen a combo. Maybe one, but it wasn't the Ninja Foodi. But so this lady was on, and she's preparing all these foods, and they looked absolutely amazing. But the ribs, she prepared ribs.
Which I've done in the Instapot.
This was an Instapot. It was ribs. But what I didn't like about it is they were so tender, like you were saying
Yeah.
about the chicken, that she couldn't get them out of the pot without them falling apart.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're like, I mean, depending on what you're using it for,
Right.
but if you're needing the presentation,
Right.
or you actually want your rack of ribs somewhat together. So I didn't like that. I was like,
I think that would be just me.
but you were doing,
adjusting your time.
yeah. So I was kind of like, I mean, and on TV, it kind of was like, I mean,
Right.
it just comes out looking like a already chewed up mess.
Right.
So you're kind of like, okay, well, that's not great. So, anyways, that's just me.
So with the wings, so from frozen, I mean solid frozen,
Yeah.
it was probably 45 minutes.
Okay.
But it is a little longer, but if you took the time to thaw them out, it was going to take that long.
Yeah, which when I make wings, I'll cook them from frozen. I'll fry them from frozen, and then throw them in the sauce, and then I bake them. I just did one batch. I mean, it'd probably be a 45 to 50-minute process,
Right.
but it's in oil,
Right.
and I usually go outside because it stinks up my house,
Right.
and it's a whole big process.
Right. So my daughter, since she loved the other ones, I had her try these, and she loved these too. She thought they tasted just like the other ones.
Oh, good. So you could do
So,
it from frozen or
frozen.
fresh, and
Right.
good.
So the next thing I did was, because someone had mentioned fried chicken.
Mm-hmm.
And I had bought an air fryer probably a year and a half ago. And it was a cheaper one. And I tried to make, I think, fried, breaded, and it looked dry. It was like,
Mm-hmm.
you still see the flour. It wasn't, because there was no oil. So, but with this fried chicken, I dipped it in flour, egg, and then breadcrumbs
For this one.
for the next.
Okay,
Yes.
instead of cookie crumbs. I mean, cracker crumbs.
Yes,
You did.
but I have done cracker crumbs too, and that works too.
Okay.
But this was just a premix. I got
So this was frozen fried chicken.
no, this was fresh.
You made it look like that. Okay,
Yes, I made it look like this.
sorry.
So, but you can get like 5 in there.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's probably is best if it's laying flat, nothing's on top of it.
yeah, on this, yeah,
For the crisper.
it's like 18 minutes. I sprayed it again, trying to get it crispy. Just checking the temp. But I thought it looked really nice.
Yeah, it does.
It wasn't.
Yeah,
See,
Oh, look
see
at that
the
juice.
It's juicy.
that's good.
It's done. It's good.
And that was all air fryer.
That was
'cause
all
it
air
raw.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fresh.
Right.
Sorry.
Right. So
Oh, it looks nice. Yeah,
I was pretty impressed with that.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so chicken, thumbs up.
Okay.
The fried chicken. No, it's not as good as deep fried.
Yeah.
Going to KFC.
That's not, I mean, obviously it'd be awesome if it was, but none of us really believe it's gonna be.
Right.
But
it
it's
was
good.
Good.
Right.
The next thing I did was a pork butt. I seared it first, so I kind of wanted to show you that
Did you
it,
sear it in the machine?
yeah,
Okay.
that's what I kind of wanted to show here, that I just seared each side of it. And then I added liquid, and then I added the pressure cooker lid, and I cooked it for an hour.
And were you doing this to shred it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Because I just wanted to use like for sandwiches.
Okay.
So it was an hour. I let it natural release. So that was another, I think, maybe 10 minutes. It's falling apart.
Well, yeah, that's great for sandwiches, for like
Yeah.
shredded. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
So did you season it before?
I did, yeah.
You did?
Yes.
And did it have flavor?
Yeah, it was good.
Because that's another thing that I found is the seasoning doesn't hang on to the meat, like because of, I guess, obviously I prepare food a certain way, and that's the one thing John and I have noticed big time is the chicken, and I did a pork tenderloin. It's just not hanging on to the seasoning. Like it tastes like it needs to go on after. It's like it's not having enough time to infuse. Like when it cooks
Right.
slower together. I don't know, but that's definitely the one thing that
I don't know if searing it helped, maybe, first.
I seared the chicken breast
You did
first, and it didn't.
You always, whenever I do it, I always shred my chicken. 'Cause I
Right,
just
we
like
kept
to
it as
use
a breast, and it wasn't great.
I
It
like
was
to do it for
was
different things.
So I seasoned it exactly as I do, because usually once a week I grill a bunch of chicken that we have just so we can grab and go. And I seasoned it the exact same way I do when I put it on the grill, but it needed more seasoning to added, and it really needed more salt. And I was like, that's crazy, because we never have to add anything to the grill meat. So
Okay, the next one. This is worth having.
Oh, I know what this is.
Just for this.
Yes.
And why I had, I've had the Instapot, had for probably a year and a half, and I've never tried this, and I don't know why. I'm kicking myself.
Tell all your friends.
There's all kinds of recipes that people that that's the first thing people do when they get one, and I hadn't done it, and I was ridiculous. So anyway, I tried in the pressure cooker here. And that would be hard-boiled eggs.
And it is fabulous. I've done it for the last 2 weeks, and
So you just put them in there.
Yeah.
I think I did like a cup of water.
I do 10. I've been doing 10 to a cup of water. It's amazing. I've been using the 5-5-5 method.
Yeah, I used 7. I did 7 quick release, and then 4 in the water in ice bath.
Okay. All right. So mine is 5 minutes pressure cook, 5 minutes natural release, 5 minute ice bath. So definitely use tongs to get these things
Yeah,
out.
hot.
Very hot.
So I let it sit for 4 minutes, and watch this. It's
Yes,
amazing.
it's amazing. Bloop, bloop. Like,
There it is, perfect.
perfect every single time. Every single time. The only issue I've ever had is one of my eggs broke while cooking, but I think it might have had a crack in it already. That's the only, because that's
I had one
that's
crack,
the only
but it didn't
explanation.
do
Well, this
anything.
one cracked and exploded up. And I was like,
but look at that, look, perfect
I
egg.
know, it's perfect.
There's no gray, there's no.
No, it's perfect. And the yolk is like perfectly cooked. It's perfect.
So it is so worth.
It is. It is.
I tell you, yes, it'd be ridiculous to have this big machine for the eggs.
It would, but it's worth it. Just like the Nutri-Slicer's worth it for just the cheese.
But believe me, there's plenty of other stuff you can do with this.
Yes.
So the next thing I tried, because we tried the, well, you did not. Annie tried the donut fries.
Yes.
Or the donut sticks.
Sticks at
sorry.
McDonald's.
Right. And then a while back, we had done the donuts fries from
At Dunkin' Donuts,
Dunkin'
which
Donuts.
I was out of that one too.
You were out of that one.
I'm out of the donuts now.
You are.
That's okay.
So I wanted to try. I thought the McDonald's one tasted a lot like puff pastry, so I thought I would try them in the air fryer. And Christy over at Christy's Cooking Channel did one in a donut shape. I just tried to do these in sticks. So I just used puff pastry. I laid them in there. I want to say 3 or 4 minutes. I've tried spraying. I sprayed butter. I tried on plain. They all worked. They were fine. Either.
But all the same.
Any, yeah. So it was 7.
Look how
7.
puffed up.
So they
So
puffed
this
up.
was air fryer.
This was air. So it's hard to do this with one hand, but I was.
Yeah, you needed a GoPro.
Yes, I
thing.
did.
Yeah.
So then I dipped it in the cinnamon sugar.
I bet Annie would love those. Annie has been addicted to the donut sticks at McDonald's ever since her review with you, Kathy.
Nice.
And I
You're
really
welcome.
thank and appreciate you for that, because every
Nice and flaky.
day that we're not in school, she wants to go to McDonald's for breakfast.
So they're nice.
Gorgeous.
And flaky. I had my daughter try them because she tried the donut sticks and she thought they were better. She even thought they were better than the ones that I had fried at home.
Oh,
So-
I'd love to try those.
So they were
I'd love
nice
for-
and flaky,
yeah.
and they were delicious. So,
Okay.
but they
It
were
looked like you had enough cinnamon sugar mix that might help, please Annie.
yes,
For all her taste buds.
that's right. Everything I made, I thought it turned out great. A lot of that we have been doing is just frozen items, like chicken nuggets or fries, or we're gonna do some fries next, just frozen fries. My husband loves them. My kids love them. They think they're better than, because we have the Arby's ones, but
Yeah.
the Arby's curly. But we're gonna
Yeah.
make those, and they think they're better than you can get at Arby's. So that
It's
is
better than if you do it in the oven.
right.
Yeah.
So much faster too.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's been the big thing is like if they want something quick to heat up the oven, you know, it's done in 10 minutes. Another thing that works great is fresh cut fries.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Cut a potato, toss them in a little oil, salt, pepper, and they're great. I think they're better than like Five Guys. They turn out great.
And have you heated up a pizza or anything in there?
Did I try a pizza? I can't remember. I know I tried heating up something and it didn't work great. Maybe it was a piece of pizza, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Because in the oven, we've got that down pretty perfect. And it doesn't take too terribly long. I mean, the oven has to heat up. But,
Right. That's the biggest thing with the fry. Anything for like pizza rolls.
Yeah, hot pot. No, yeah, pizza rolls.
Pizza rolls.
Pizza
whatever.
rolls. Yeah.
Yeah, it can bake they bake up fat. Anything.
Yeah.
Cheese
yeah,
sticks. It's
yeah.
just.
There's such a small space, and
It's
almost like a convection because it's using the
Right.
fan.
Right. But
Yeah.
it just.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're gonna do fries now.
Okay.
Okay, so with the fries, I'm gonna use the basket. And it said this is a 1.5 pounds. So it does come with a little recipe book. For me, I would, it doesn't sound like any of these, with any type of appliance. It doesn't sound like the recipe book is ever that great. I always go to Pinterest or
Google, yeah. And I will tell you that this is what.
that's what you all made, right?
No,
Cookie?
we did make this cookie, and it did not cook all the way through. And I had a pan. It wasn't made for this machine, but it was small enough. But what I did was choose your own Tender Crisp adventure. And so you pick a grain, you pick a protein, and then you pick a vegetable. Well, we were doing pork tenderloin, rice, and green beans. So none of my items, except for the rice, was on this. Yeah. So I went against the grid, and I chose my starch because I chose rice, but I chose pork tenderloin, and I just found another recipe on how. No, I didn't. I just kind of went with like the chicken thing because it tells you how long no matter what, you did it for 2 minutes. And the meat.
Yeah.
Then it says pick a vegetable. Well, my vegetable was green beans. Well, then that's what gets crisped, not pressure cooked. So the green beans. So I did all this, followed the steps, and the green beans were raw. So I had to put those back in and try to get that to work, which then overcooked the pork tenderloin, which then overcooked the rice. We ate that meal. I mean, it was edible. It wasn't like it was horrible, but I was very disappointed because I was like, well, I mean, you have to kind of,
Right.
you choose your Tender Crisp adventure, but you really need to stick to what they recommend. So that wasn't a great adventure.
So, and this is a little cheat sheet. So, frozen fries, which we've kind of adjusted this too, because this says a pound for $3.60 for 19 minutes.
And we've been doing fresh green beans in my Instapot. And, this is steam. Huh. Because I said, we're only doing 2 minutes, and they are perfect.
And we'll kind of mix them halfway through. That's what I do like about this.
Then you can open it.
But the air, you can sneak right there.
So you just close it. It doesn't lock.
Right, so you're free to open it, which I like.
And even when it's on.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna turn it on. Air crisp. Oops, 275. Actually, I'm gonna go for 12 minutes.
Okay.
Stop.
So what made you choose 12? Are you going by?
No, I'm just going by what I've
This
done.
is okay.
What
So
I've
this
done.
says 19 minutes, but you would want to turn even these. So
Yeah, I'll check on that. I'll just keep an eye on.
Yeah.
The one thing, an issue that I've had and Robin was the noise.
Yes.
Because this it seems like when you first use it, it's not bad, but if you continue to use it, we'll see how it does.
Yeah. Like the longer it's on, the louder it becomes. That cookie was like a 28-minute process or something, and it was like a freight train was in my kitchen the entire time. Like it was crazy. And I have a convection oven. So my convection oven is quieter than this thing was. So I was like, why wouldn't I just do it in my oven
And for 26
that long?
Right, and
Yeah.
for 26 minutes you can use a regular oven anyway.
Yeah.
But I guess this is if you didn't have
Maybe.
an oven.
Right.
So we'll see how long it goes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so make a noise again. So a little
Looky there.
there.
Just
Now
a little pressure.
yeah.
Because that's what it is, the vibration.
Right.
Huh.
So it doesn't look real great, but you don't have to listen to it. So
Right. I take it.
so it's been about 9 minutes.
Oh, real good. So you just turn them, and they're still a little.
Crisp up yet.
Again.
There's the noise.
There it is. As soon as you unclip it.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Those are good and fried up. Aren't y'all glad I didn't do that one by one? They're hot. They're hot.
Real good.
Not good. Curly fries, Arby's curly fries are some of my favorite. So this is not good to know.
Because I've heard people say that, oh, an air fryer tastes better than the oven. I was like, whatever, you're crazy. How could it be that? But they do. They taste a lot better. They're crispy. It just tastes more like fried.
Yeah, it's like we dropped them down into a deep fryer and brought them out. Yeah, it's really good. Look at that.
Because I won't fix them in the oven anymore.
Oh no, why would you?
Maybe you could get more on a tray, but still. By the time, it was probably closer, what are we, like 15 minutes or something? But by the time it took me to heat up the oven, and then it seemed like the fries would take like 30 minutes. So,
Yeah.
definitely worth it. Something else that I've cooked in here, and I think you did it too, was rice
Yeah.
in the pressure cooker. And that turned out amazing. It
Yeah.
was
And I
fast.
used chicken broth as the liquid.
Yes. Yes.
Amazing.
And
Amazing.
it's so fast. Even if it couldn't get the meals to work right, I think it's worth it for everything else. I mean, you got the eggs, you got things fried, you know, anything that frozen. This was, I think I got this at Walmart. It was around $185.
Yeah, it was one of our higher priced items,
Right.
but it's a twofer,
Right. So if you don't want, because this is about the size of an Instapot,
which
they do
Like
come
on
in.
show?
Yeah, they do come in different sizes, but for the one that I had,
I mean, it's 8 quart. This is an 8 quart. And this is a 6, I think, right?
let's see.
That might be an 8. They look similar, very similar in size.
So if you could see, so that if you want to add in, well, we don't have another air fryer, but you consider this is an air fryer too. It's
Yeah.
definitely worth to me because
To have.
using the Instapot and using this pressure cooker, I've seen no difference.
Right. And if you thought you wanted an air fryer and you have an Instapot, it's definitely worth it. I mean, because this is it's hard to find storage space if you had 2 just to have the 2 things. So it's worth the investment.
Price and what you get, I think it's definitely worth it. I love it.
It's warm.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's been nice because my husband will actually cook now. He'll fix himself something and he loves using it, so that's a plus.
I am learning to love it. I've just
You just love the things that you made in it.
right, and I think there's a learning curve, and I
There
think
is.
that when I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but when I have perfected meals that we love, on a regular oven and or stovetop
Right.
or grill, it's hard to compete with that, if you
Right.
will. And so it's like, but I'm learning to love it because I've been giving it more chances because I, of course, keep hearing everybody like just
Right.
ranting and raving about them.
Some people have like 3 or 4. I'm like,
Yeah, like they're doing all kinds of stuff.
Of
Yeah,
the Instapot.
yeah, I'm learning, but the eggs.
The eggs are worth it for.
Oh my gosh!
If you eat
yeah.
any type,
Yeah.
if you eat hard-boiled eggs at all, it is so worth it.
Yeah.
And I kick myself that I didn't try it sooner. But
Yeah, I know. When she sent me a text and said you need to try eggs, and I was like, what? Oh my gosh! Yeah.
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 So much time,
Yes.
frustration it saves you. It's so worth
just
it.
instant kill. So.
As far as cleaning, super simple. It's a little hot.
Yeah, probably.
So this comes out, this comes off.
Okay.
Sorry. But super easy to wash. I haven't had any issues.
Is it dishwasher safe, or you just hand wash it?
I hand wash it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's super simple. Not an issue at all. So this is all dishwasher safe. Of course, not the lid, but
Right, you wouldn't want to put this.
the basket and the. But to me, it's just as easy to wash because
Yeah.
it's super simple.
Yeah.
Another thing is the fan here. I would wipe that down once in a while because it does get a little cakey. I thought for a while that I thought I would be able to take this off, but this is a certain type of screwdriver. And my husband had one, but he said it was still weird when you took it out. He was really afraid he wasn't going to be able to get it back on. But I was able just to wipe this down. I would wipe it down maybe every other time just so he doesn't, because I had waited a while, so it did get kind of a buildup, but I was able to get it pretty clean. One other thing, if you used a pressure cooker at all, these come off. And it's best to clean it every time because this does start to smell.
It does.
And I've read a lot of people complain about that. And also,
It holds the smell of meat,
yes,
and it's not lovely.
yes. So also, which I have done because my son complains when I use the pressure cooker, when I release it, he complains about the smell, or even when I take it off, that it's really strong. So I have put it in the garage to release it and open it, and that did help. I read something the other day. I was looking at a vlog or something. Somebody actually put it outside to release it because I guess I just thought it was my son complaining, but
It is.
it does because you figure all this steam is going into the air, the smell.
Right. Coming into your house.
Yeah. So, but you can just put it outside or in the garage.
Yeah, it's not horrible.
So if you have been thinking about this, I say go for it.
I do too. Yeah.
Even though it's a little higher price, it's worth it for all that it does, and it's all in one, so that makes it nice.
Yes.
Yes, some things still need to be worked out as far as recipes go, but I give it a thumbs up for what we did get to work.
Yeah.
I think it's totally worth it. As my daughter said, it's changed our lives.
Hey, that means something.
It does. It
If
does.
the quality of life goes up, it's worth it.
So if you have a Ninja Foodi, let us know in the comments below if you love it or hate it, or if you have an Instapot or another air fryer. Yeah, let us know. But thumbs up from us.
Yep.
Thumbs up.
Yep.
So that brings us to
The question of the day.
what is one food you did not like as a kid but you like as an adult?
Oh, just one? Okay.
I can think of the main one that I thought
Turnip greens.
mushrooms.
Oh, you like them now though?
Yeah, hate them. Well, I don't like raw mushrooms. I like cooked mushrooms.
Okay.
But as a kid, I wouldn't have thought of mushrooms.
I've loved mushrooms from way back.
So, what is one food you hated as a kid but love as an adult? Or if you're a kid?
Yeah, did your taste buds ever mature and you just, or I have
From
some,
when you were 4?
so I have one adult friend that comes to mind who never explored past and still to this day eats just like a child and won't try anything. I'm like,
missing out.
whew,
Missing out.
Yeah.
So anyway, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing and hitting the bell for notifications. Thanks
Yes.
for watching.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.
Where are the girls? What are you doing?
So, hey girls.